Mga kasama ko ngayon si Secretary Lorenzana, Undersecretary Tabaquero, General Anyo, Lieutenant General Miranda, Major General Madrigal Jr., Brigadier General Zaragoza. The other night or 4 nights ago, I was smiling to myself alone kasi si Zaragoza was also assigned in Davao. And always, for those guys who pass by my place, may rapport talaga ako sa kanila. Personal. Colonel Gakal, Colonel Inakay, the officers and troops of the 401st Infantry Brigade, 402nd, and the tactical group, ang mga tagatug. Yung meron akong speech na prepared. I do not usually read speeches prepared by Malacanang. But maganda kasi ang pagkasabi. So I've decided just to read it and maybe add something to it if there's anything. Securing our nation's peace and security, especially in these trying times, is indeed a formidable task. I thank our uniformed men and women across our regions for helping the government accomplish the crucial mission of protecting our people and territory. I personally came here to show support and express my most sincere gratitude for the heroism of our soldiers. I recognize the efforts of our troops here at Camp Bangkasi in combating insurgents in your area of operation. Your work has been made even harder due to the presence of some forces of the new People's Army in Agusan del Norte, Agusan del Sur, and Misamis Oriental. I thank you for your contribution to the strong resolve to end the scourge of illegal drugs in our society. The problem has been hindering our progress as a nation. If we succeed over it, we shall have a healthier and more productive citizens who can work with government in sustaining our strides towards development. I also count on you to engage the community and civilian authorities in the fight against illegal drugs and terrorism. More than just being defenders of our land, the military also serves as an inspiration for countrymen to actively participate in nation building. By raising awareness among our people about the roles in the society, they shall be able to help achieve our aspirations of real and lasting change. I call on you to continue performing your duty to our country, especially as martial law remains in effect in Mindanao. Remember the valor and patriotism of your fellow soldiers who offered their lives for the country. Remain steadfast in upholding national peace and security and continue the fight for the Philippines. Good day. Dunga, sorry. Could the officer CO give the tikas pahinga? May gusto akong idagdag. It was not a question of any the failure on part of government. Kasi naman tayo, we have adopted a very soft policy towards mga rebels. And this came about because nagdadala sila ng baril. And since we are thinking of getting peace with the MNLF and MI, ang laro ng armas dyan, we took it for granted. We took it really for granted na. Pero alam natin na mabibigat. Pero hinayaan kasi natin because we never knew at that time kung sino talaga ang kalaban. Yung bang mga politiko nag-aaway nagre-redo sila, o yung mga ito private army ba ito ng politicians. Ngayon, kalabas-labasan, itong Maote were bringing the firearms surreptitiously at hindi natin nakuha na gaano na karami ang amo pati baril sa loob. And besides, it was not a failure of intelligence kasi kung makita ka sila may armas tapos sabihin nila MIMN, ang standing order naman is, ang galawin baka sakali. Papakiusapan pa natin ang mga kapatid natin. Walang gulo. But all the while, itong Maote, with the connivance of the politicians there, yung mga warlords, were stockpiling. Kaya hindi ba ubos yung M203 na bala at napakarami. Magputok ang isa ng gobyerno, dadagdagan na ibabalik sa 5. So parang endless supply when Maote rose to fight against government. Naghintay lang sila noon ng bikil, tawag nila yung rason, mag-serve ng warrant of arrest, which is an everyday occurrence anywhere in the Philippines, lumaban. Ayaw nakabakbakan. At yung forces ng mga Indonesia na sa bukid-bukid, nagbabaan. So you have a conglomeration there of ISIS fighters from Syria, Indonesia, Malaysia, Sri Lankan, at yung mga Arabo na, yung maputi yung Arabo na Kuwait. So the fighting is going on, but of course it's winding up, but at the cost of so many soldiers also. And that is the danger ng Maote at ISIS. Bantay kayo dyan. Mahirap kalabanin yung taong gustong mamatay. And you might be aware of the intelligence which is really true. There's a publication there to kill or non-believers. Hindi yung kasi marami rin tayo ditong Mindanaoan, but yung mga unbelievers, ibig sabihin those who do not practice the religion of Islam, they have so corrupted the name of God in a form of religion to kill many innocent persons and to destroy for nothing. Wala talagang isang namatay na Islam o Kristyanismo na bumalik dito na totoo yung Diyos na yan. Yan ang mahirap. Ngayon, kung yan ang makalaban natin, matindi yan. Kaya anywhere in the Philippines, pag naamoy ng intelligence na meron dyan, we should start the build-up. At tapusin natin in the nip of the bud. Kukunti pa lang natin hintayin. And we have so many jets to do that. We have to use the air assets now because we are up against fighters. Galing yan dyan sa Middle East. And they have learned the art of brutal killing. Susunugin ka, putulan ka ng ulo kung ano-ano. Pag hinayaan natin yan ng ganon, patay ang Pilipino. We welcome Islam. My lola was in Maranao. She was Islam. Ang tatay ko, tatay niya, ng nanay ko, Chinese, pero pa Islam. But ang Islam doon, yung talagang lola ko. And yun sila, they were practicing Islam as a religion. Itong Islam na imported ng ideology galing sa Middle East, anak ka ng talagang wag tayo magpauna dito. Makakaproblema tayo in the magnitude of Marawi. Mauna na lang tayo and let us just resolve any problem or problems afterwards. We can discuss it. How to improve and how to lessen the force that is needed. Hindi tayo magdalawang isip dito kasi Ngayon, alam ko na you bear the brunt of fighting the war. You are the armed forces of the Philippines. Ang masabi ko lang sa inyo, you have kasama ninyo ako sa lahat na bagay. In all of your mga kailangan ninyo, may priority kayo sa gobyerno ngayon. Lahat ng kailangan ninyo, kung maibigay ko, ibibigay ko. At saka hindi na ako magbili ngayon ng mga air assets na second hand. Either I buy it on long-term grant, whatever, basta hindi na ako magbili. Tsaka yung mga baril natin must be war-grade materials. At ayawan ko kung maniwala kayo sa akin, hindi masyado o kilala. Hindi kayo pababayaan. Sabi ko nga noon sa inyo, I will try to see that mga anak ninyo, hindi yan sabihin na matay kayo na buhay o patay, there will be money to support all your children to school. Ngayon, ang sinabi ko, I am looking for that billion. Meron na akong na-target na 20 billion. Pag alis ko sa pagka-presidente sa gobyerno na to, if I can have 50 billion trust fund, bangko ang magpatakbo, central bank, no order. Kasi yung iba na, nawawala yung pera. 50 billion, money market nila yan, that would suffice for all your children. Ang interest lang niyang 50 billion. Wag lang galawin, wag lang bastusin, wag lang anuhin na iba. That will be enough to sustain the education of your children. Whether you are dead or you're alive, di mas mabuti, makita mo pa anak mo kapatapos. You know, because at age 56 mag-retire kayo. Kinumpute kasi ng actuarial, yung mga anak ninyo, by that time, is nasa college pa. Kung mag-asawa ko on the average of 28, 29, 30, 31, by the time mag-abot kayo ng 56, ang anak ninyo nasa college pa. So kailangan talaga na ang bata does not have to wait for the retirement of the father or death benefits or whatever. I will see to it na doon na kunin lahat ang Depende lang rin sa grado, ha? Kaya may mga anak mo rin tayo. Ako, may anak ako, dalawang lalaki ko, ayaw talaga mag-aral. So, hindi natin sayangin. But for those children of yours, ours, who want to be educated, wala kayong problema. I promise you, I will have that 50 billion before I step down as the President of this Republic. Saka lahat ng hospital ninyo ngayon may MRI na, kinumpleto ko na. Generator ninyo more than sufficient to light the hospital. In Cagayan, in Hulo, lahat. So, wala kayong, binibigay ko sa inyo lahat talaga. Pati yung modern machines. Yung barek, kasi hyperbaric. Kasi yan, ang advice ko, gamitin ninyo yung aeroplano ko, yung presidential plane, to ferry the wounded. Kasi kung medyo magkaroon ng signs of gangrene, kung madala lang kayo doon within the next mga 6 hours, okay pa, ipasok ka doon. Yung chamber ng Benz, yung mag-dive na maaga yan, pero for medical. Nagbili ako niyan. So kung yung kayo may ganon, infection na set in, tapos hindi makontrol ang antibiotic, you go there and you will have your self-treated. Maganda yan. Alam ko yan kasi ako, kandidato ako yan. So yan ang mapangako ko sa iyo. Wala kayong mareklamo na kulang. Kima baril, kima bala, hindi kagaya noon. Wala kayong hingi na inferior quality. Always. Sabi ko kay Secretary Lorenzana, only the best. And, sabi ko sa COA, wag silang makialam dyan sa lowest bid, lowest bid. Kalukuhan yan. The lowest bid actually is the source of all corruption. Pababaan ng pababaan, kung sino yung may sabi, sir, hati tayo sa kita, mananalo siya. So ang kikitain niya, yun ang ibigay pa niya. Yan yung mga bid-bid na yan, kalukuhan. Ang tagal at tanggal niyan sa gobyerno. Ako hindi ako maniwala niyan. Sabi ko, gusto ko war-grade materials. Wala akong bidding-bidding basta kailangan ng military armed forces. Police. Kasi importante yan na pag-away kayo sa kalaban, kontento kayo. Baka sakali, at least ang gobyerno papasok. And I'll make sure that your son will be a good soldier someday. Maging general din. Kaya ito sila makilala ko, Delphine Lorenzana, matagal na akong mayor sa Davao. Dinala niya yung Scout Ranger, 2nd Regiment? Scout Ranger Battalion. Doon kami nakakilala, kaya siya yung kinuha ko ng Defense Secretary, and all others. Pero wala akong masabi sa mga opisyal ninyo. Talagang kung magsalita kami sa mga problema, galing talaga sa puso. Sir, ganito yung, sige. Richo, Baski, anong hingin? Sige, go. Basta para sa inyo. Ang ano ko lang is, just be a clever soldier. Gamitin mo ng lahat instincts mo to survive so that you'll have a time to see maybe your grandchildren. But not of us will be lucky. Baski ako, lahat naman tayo na mamatay. When, that is the problem. But it is up to God to make that call, not tayo. Kapag panahon na, then let's attribute it to God. He writes our destiny. Kung hanggang dyan lang tayo, hanggang dyan lang tayo. Including all of us in this all. As long as you're a human being. So I am filled with nice feeling. I love you all. At mahal ko kayong lahat. Nasasaktan ako pagka may nadisgrasya. But ang konsuelo ninyo, hindi kayo madihado sa armas at sa lahat. Lalo na sa pangailangan ninyo. At alam ko ang nasa ulo ninyo, always ang pamilya ninyo. Kaya diyan ko umpisahan yung mga programa ko para sa mga pamilya ninyo. Kung magkapera nga, kung mayroon pa, wala yung DTI dito. Yung small scale industries, mga small business. Gusto ko sumali lahat ng mga asawa ng sundalo dyan. Bigyan ka ng pera, but you have to attend a seminar para kung paano dalhin yung pera, paano pagnegosyo. Because you are always there, out in the fields. Ang isip ko rin, nasa inyo lang palagi kung paano ko mapaganda at maprotektahan kayo. I talk from the heart, hindi ako bulador. Bastos tuloy ang bunganga ko, pero when I say that, it is all with sincerity. Maraming salamat po.
Daghang salamat, sir. For our 1st Infantry Brigade and your soldiers from other units are truly